Earthlings, welcome to your weekly dose of newsy infotainment. It's Let's Be Treasonable, coming to you from the luxurious studios of Radio Titans in Los Angeles with your cognitive dissidents on the panel this week. I am Dr. David Robinson. I will be your host on the panel this week. We are joined by the original recipe Let's Be Treasonable crew. Welcome back to Erika Schickel. Great to have you back in the studio.
Hey there, loyal listeners.
Thank you for coming in. Jim Coughlin.
Hello.
Well, hello, Jim. And the black voice of reason, Mr. Tymon Shipp.
Hello. Power to the people. Yes.
Wow.
Was that your indication that we should start with talk about Syria?
Yes.
Yeah, that was that's funny.
Jim right now
Excuse me,
reenacting.
I'm under fumes.
These are your
Fumes.
acting skills coming to play as we talk about the people of Syria who were gassed by their own government this week. And despite years of saying that Obama shouldn't go to Syria, the president decided what a great time to bomb an airfield.
Is that what we're calling him now?
Well, I still can't use that word in conjunction with his name. It just still doesn't feel right. But yeah, we attacked Syria, and I have to say I was particularly surprised because I thought we would bomb North Korea first.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen. But let's just go backwards. Let's start from the press conference that Trump held from Mar-a-Lago. Was it just me, or every time he talked about seeing the pictures of the beautiful, you were waiting for something derogatory about women, and then he said babies?
Yeah, right. Some of those babies did have pussies, you know.
Wow, there we go.
Not at grabbing age yet, but yeah, it sounded to me like he was like really upset because the pool of his future wife candidates had just been hit.
Yeah, I think.
Ouch.
Go, Jim.
No, that's all I had to
Ouch.
say.
I mean, I think to ascribe human emotion to him is already you're getting off on the wrong foot, you know? I mean, I have to confess I did not see the presser. So, but I heard many of those quotes relayed later, and it's just all bullshit. He doesn't have feelings about children. That's ridiculous.
No, he doesn't. No, I don't think that.
Well,
For some reason, I actually think he does.
I was
Really?
going to say he's got feelings for 4 of his 5 children, and one of them more than the others.
Yeah.
But
The girl child.
Ouch. You know, I think this shows that he's not a very consistent ideologue. You know, I know that Steve Bannon was in the background when of the group, you know, as they were watching the missile attacks start. But I think you know, this kind of goes against his America First philosophy, and I don't know. I think it's very interesting.
Well, they've asked many people who had voted for him, is this what you thought? What do you think of him doing? And they're saying, well, we have to wait and see. I mean, he's doing this, but we want to wait and see, you know, because especially people in Pennsylvania. The people in Pennsylvania want their jobs. Yeah. He promised that he would bring them jobs, and he said, well, and they asked one of the mayors from the little small town there. He said, look, you know, we're gonna, you know, we have to wait and see, but I hope he does what he said he's going to do. I mean, because these people are waiting; they've been starving.
You know, it sounds to me like, you know, God forbid his presidency should last so long, but that's going to be his campaign theme for 2020. Wait and see. Give him a chance.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen, can we just cut straight to the conspiracy theory?
Which one?
Well, the latest one, which is that this Syrian gas strike and then the retaliation is just a whole plan between Putin and Trump to sort of distract us and make their relationship seem adversarial instead of like a collaboration. So Putin said, you know, Assad, go ahead, or somebody gassed those poor people. And the retaliatory strike on the Syrian airfield, which is a limited damage target by any measure. Right. I mean, it's already back up and functioning today. Yeah. Was, a site that was chosen by Putin. Okay, go ahead, launch your tomahawks here. And it's a symbolic act, of course, with, the lives of innocents being sacrificed
that
for
is
it.
Also that has definitely been said. People are saying, look, what damage? These planes were taken off like it's nothing. What'd you do? You told them, he called them up and let them know. Yeah, he probably called them up and said, yeah, fire over here, just like she said. Yeah, fire over here, hit this, we're okay.
Then it'll look like we are not friendly.
And Jim and I were talking about this before the show, but the whole aspect that 2 days before this, he was, we don't tell people where we're going to attack. We're not, in 1 month we're attacking Mosul, and in 2 weeks we're attacking Mosul. But what did he do? And, he called Putin and said, we're going to shoot some missiles at this airfield. You might want to get your planes out of the way, which I understand is what you do to avoid blowing an international incident up into World War III. Yeah. But so I'm not bitching about him actually doing that, but I'm bitching about the hypocrisy of putting out the bluster that we don't tell people what we're going to do. Well, we tell the Russians apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a really terrific, I have a terrific plan I have a really terrific plan to get rid of ISIS, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I have a really terrific plan to repeal and Obamacare, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Putin hasn't told me what it is yet.
Yeah, but Putin hasn't told me what it is.
Yeah, I think the attack, I think the gas attack was probably all Assad, with maybe technically getting helped by
the nudge from
Putin,
Vlad.
but I do think it does show him going against Putin. I don't necessarily buy into the conspiracy theory, unless there's some solid evidence or something. But it doesn't change the fact that he is still beholden to Russia. Russia helped get him elected. That still needs to be investigated. None of this distracts me from that. I do think when a guy is gassing people, sending him is symbolic. I mean, it's not going to be. We could obliterate their military. We could send 1,000 missiles, if we wanted to.
Well, let us get past the fact that the only reason why they want Assad out is so they can get the oil deal done. The oil deal was supposed to be between Turkey, and they wanted Assad. It was the United States, Turkey, and Assad, and they wanted him in. Russia was like, no, dude, you're not going to have that. And Iran came in, and they also blocked that. And Assad said, hey, I'm going to stick over here with the Russians because they knew that. So the Americans were like, hey, look, this guy's got to go. And we're going to do whatever we can because we know that this down the line, this got to do with oil.
Oh,
There's nothing to do. I mean, you're blowing this place up.
Always oil.
But it's not just about oil because, as we're saying that the missiles that were fired on the airbase were merely a symbolic warning shot across the bow, if you will. Each one of those costs $1 million. So 59 Tomahawk missiles, $59 million. Of course we can't afford to fund the NEA and PBS. We've got warning shots to fire. So it is about the oil, but it is also about propping up the...
Yeah, I mean, I think to call it a conspiracy theorist. I mean, it's funny, as you were just now talking about that, Jim, I was feeling like... I think the whole idea of the conspiracy theory has changed now. And we should be, switching out our tinfoil hats for, felt fedoras or something and getting on the beat because it's not really a theory. I mean, what we're seeing through all that's being revealed through the Russia connection and all this is that there really is an enormous collaboration going on between the current government and
we have a lot of dots. They just haven't been connected yet. Right. But the reason when you mentioned
not all of them have been connected, but many of them are
if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck.
I specifically mean the bombing. I think the gas attack was Assad's idea. Apparently,
but they have they connected it to Assad yet? Have I missed the?
But that's
the news?
It's easy to blame Assad. Everything is okay, we'll say Assad did it.
He's awful.
He's an awful guy. But the thing is, we still haven't asked the question, what are we doing there? Why are we in Syria? What do you want from Syria? No one's ever said what we actually want from Syria.
Well, a big part of it is
we're not helping
maintaining some level of
refugees.
stability in the Middle East. But that you bring up a great point, and a point that was brought up by Hillary Clinton earlier this week, is that it is hypocritical for Donald Trump to see, I saw pictures of beautiful babies. It sounds like fucking
same
Vince
beautiful
Vaughn
babies that are
in
washing
Swingers.
up on
It's
shore,
right. And so to say that you're going to bomb an airbase because you can't stand to see this happen to the kids, but then not let refugees in, that's why it's purely hypocritical. There's
all of it is
no
just
holistic view of the situation.
To say you don't want refugees, then quit bombing their country. They're only jumping on ships and leaving because you went into this country.
Well, that was one of the other things he said was that we all know that these people just want to go back to their countries. Well, not while we're bombing them, and not while they're being bombed by their own president.
Yeah,
right.
There is no country left. I mean,
Have you seen the pictures for Syria? I mean, where is Assad at? Because he's obviously we can't get to him.
Yeah.
All this bombing's going on. Why haven't we hit anywhere where this guy is? You ever thought about that? It's like,
we don't generally assassinate your leader at this point.
Well, why the hell not?
Yeah, we're not even 100 days into the presidency. Let's give him time and see what happens. Give him a chance.
Go. Well,
I think it's a symbolic thing that I wouldn't expect there to be any gassing of civilians for quite a while.
One can hope.
But is not Assad Putin's puppet just like Trump is? I mean, if we're saying Assad did the gas attack, then we're saying
absolutely.
that Putin authorized it or nudged
totally,
him in
because
that direction.
Under the accords that were signed under Obama, Syria was not supposed to use chemical weapons,
right.
And that was a deal that was supposed to be overseen by the Russians.
Right.
How
how did they even get those stores of sarin? They were supposed to not have any in their possession.
Right.
The
so
Russians
they got the gas from somewhere.
That was the deal cut by Obama, which is the reason why Obama did not. Another reason why he didn't go on and bomb, because he said, "Hey, we'll cut a deal with if you can get Assad talking to the Russians." The Russians said, "Okay, we'll do that. We'll get Assad to cut back, and he'll give up all his poison gas, blah blah blah." That was the whole deal that Obama cut with him. But they're still talking as drawing the line and the red line in the sand or whatever. That was the end of his presidency. No, it was McConnell and those guys making sure he didn't get anything that he was trying to achieve.
Well, there are people that say this changed his presidency, and I do have to agree with that. I think he's gone from being a horrible president to being a horrible wartime president.
Yeah.
So it's a slight change, but an important one.
Is he at Mar-a-Lago right now this weekend?
Yeah,
is he having some more golf?
Is it a weekend?
It must be.
Yeah, was it a Thursday?
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to know if he's actually out there golfing today. It's probably a beautiful Saturday.
When black presidents golf or go to Hawaii, that's vacation.
Right.
But he does working golf games.
Okay, yeah.
So it's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
totally
businessman.
Yeah.
Just like they say that Trump owns stock in the Tomahawk missiles that was fired on
Jesus
Syria.
God.
I wouldn't doubt it. But the important thing is that there is no conflict of interest.
None,
as he pumps up Trump brands and Trump branded properties and companies that he most likely owns stock in, but we don't know because where are those tax releases?
Yep.
Give him a chance. Give him time. Give him a chance.
Give him a chance, sure.
Trump in 2020. Give him a chance.
Why not? It's a whole new Trump for 2020.
So, what else is new?
Yeah, come on, give us a
well,
subject.
before we
This one
move
makes
on,
me
let's take a quick step aside from our own yammering and listen to the yammering of Will Durst.
Oh, that's good
who
yammering.
graces us every week.
I thirst for some Durst.
Well, we have the cure for your thirst with a burst of Durst from
I
5 times. It's like Lerv.
It is like
More
Lerv,
than love,
only
it's
sexier.